Hi there, Jim the Osteopath here again. I'm here to show you some exercises today about glute activation. I'm always on a group about the glutes. Today we're going to start with basics. Okay, so what I have found is a lot of people tend to use their lower backs rather than their glutes, and that causes lots of problems. Essentially, it basically boils down to this muscle in the tummy and this muscle in your buttocks. In fact, the deep muscle of your tummy, called the transversus abdominis, is not activated, it's not sucked in, it's not tight, and what tends to happen is you then overextend the spine, stick the tummy out, and then rather by using your glutes to the movement, you start to use your lower back. So we need to get this muscle working properly. So let's start it off again from basics. Some of you have seen these videos before, you'll be familiar with my exercises. The first one we're going to do is the bird dog, or Superman's known by a number of different names. You're going to pop yourself down onto your front. I want you to hold your tummy in, suck this in nice and tightly, okay? Now you're going to bring one leg out behind you. It helps if you can keep it on the ground initially. Now lift it 1 inch off the ground and point your toe. Now in this, when you first do it, you don't want your leg up here, okay? Once you start doing this, your lower back starts to kick in, okay? You do eventually, once we get to a point where you can indeed bring the leg up, and certainly beyond 90 degrees, you're going to really activate the glutes, okay? We want to work the whole chain of muscles, from your calf, your hamstring, and your glute together, plus the posterior chain of the lumbar and thoracic spine. So we bring this leg up off the ground 1 inch, point the toe, tummy in, keep this really tight, arm in front, and as high as you can, ideally just above the head height, if your shoulders will allow. Hold this for 30 seconds, okay? Without twisting your back. So don't twist your spine like this, keep it flat, keep this area flat here. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Other leg out behind you, point the toes, hold that position, suck the tummy in, reach up in the air, it's just above the head up if you can. If you want to, reach against the wall and stretch your foot out behind you so you're trying to reach down that way as well, holding the tummy in the whole time, okay? Now once you've done that one, you want to try and go to the next level, which is to try and do some glute bridges, okay? So very simply, pop yourself onto your back. So here we go, on our backs. Now normally I say to some people, rather than go straight into the two-legged ones, because again, one of the problems with this is if your glutes aren't activated, you actually lift with your lower back, and then you're arching here, and this isn't working properly, and you end up with the back problems. So sometimes it's actually better to bring one leg out in front of you, holding the tummy in, and then pushing through the hip. This seems to make your glutes work a bit harder. It's actually harder to lift with your lower back because you're going to have to get the glutes to engage. So let's try it with one leg if you can. Okay, if it is too much for you, you can do two legs together. Now, but the difference with this is, again, to try and take the lower back out of the movement and put more emphasis on the glutes to make them fire off, we're going to drop the legs out to the side. So at 45 degrees here, so kind of this angle, and then you're going to push the feet together. And as you push them together, you should get some glute activation. I want you to feel your bum moving and cramping a little bit as you push the heels together. Then once you've done that, keep the tummy tight and lift the hips off the ground. And you'll notice that the glutes don't lift the hips very high. I mean, you're looking at a hand width that's like 4 to 6 inches. Now if you do it this way around here with the legs like that, you can lift a lot higher, okay? They put about 8 inches difference. So again, try it this way, feet out to the side, push your heels together, tummy tucked in, push and lift, and hold that position. Now when I recommend you do these as an isometric exercise first and foremost, okay? So in other words, hold it for about 10 seconds, and then once you've done it, very slowly release it. As you release it, keep the tummy tight, and then bring it back down again, okay? Once you feel comfortable to do that, we can take it to the next level. How do we do this? We get a band. You wrap your band above your knee joints, never on the joint and never below, because you can irritate the knees. So bring it around there like so. Same thing. Now, put yourself back on your back. You can do a regular glute raise like so with a bit of tension, or as I just did, what I call the butterfly one, which is pushing your knees out to the side in this position, and then lifting from here, but again, holding your tummy in, squeezing your bum, and lifting off the ground and holding that position. Again, for an isometric contraction of 10 seconds, and then slowly bring it back down again. Obviously, don't do what I'm doing. Keep your head on the ground, or you can support it with a pillow. I'm just bringing my head up so you can see me as I'm talking. So these are really good ways to get those glutes activated. I normally recommend you do this if you're going to go to the gym and start lifting heavy weights. Obviously, I do love the pelvic thrusters, where you're using big heavy weights and a barbell under your hips and lifting the weights up and down. But before you do that, and if you've not done a glute program before, you want to start with these basic exercises, because they're going to get the glutes firing off. You're going to create that mind-muscle connection. Most importantly, you're going to engage your abdominal muscles with your glutes at the same time. If you don't engage your abs and your glutes together, you know, there's going to be a breakdown somewhere in that weak chain, and it's going to be your lower back most likely, and you will have back problems. So please do these exercises first. Do them for about 2 weeks, do them every other day, just to get an engagement. Now, it's not about how many seconds you can hold it for or how many repetitions you can do. It's about being consistent and just getting the mind-muscle connection there. Anyway, I hope you like these exercises. Give them a try. You know, if you're getting yourself ready for, you know, your beach body, that's fantastic. But don't take shortcuts. Don't think I just want to lift weights straight away. Do these basic exercises for about 2 weeks first. Get it engaged, and you're going to reduce your risk of injury. Because if you get injured now, you could be out for 6 weeks before you could train, maybe longer, and then you will not get that beach body for the summer. Anyway, have a great time. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.